of the show. Here it is, August 20th already. I can't even believe it. Summer is almost over. So, awesome stuff going on in the world. Awesome stuff that is big news on this show, the Positive Power Hour. This is very cool. This new study asserts that not only is renewable energy good for the health of the earth, it is also good for human health. The research, which was published in Nature Energy, showed that the utilization of wind and solar energy helped to prevent up to 12,700 premature deaths over a 9-year period. Wow. According to researchers at Elsevier, burning fossil fuels releases tiny harmful particles into the air, creating pollution, which is known to cause premature death. Policies that aim to reduce our consumption of fossil fuels, like coal, often cite the potential health benefits and related cost savings linked to reducing toxic emissions. An increase of 10 micrograms per cubic meter of air pollution particles can cut a person's life expectancy by 9 to 11 years, more than previously thought. In addition to positive health benefits, the researchers estimate that the renewables are worth between $5.3 billion and $106.8 billion in cumulative climate benefits over the course of the 9-year period. Should the USA continue to invest in sustainable energy, researchers expect that the number of Americans positively affected by the shift will increase. See, it's all the tweaks that we do. Right? We have to look at those little things instead of just looking at, this big picture. And that's what people do quite often is they get so caught up in the big picture. They don't realize the little things that you do can absolutely make a difference. We're making differences all the time. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not necessarily happening. Then there's the differences that we do that you can see that are instantaneous, like this next story. When this college student was waiting to start a job interview, he had no idea that he was in the right place at the right time. That is, until someone in the coffee house started choking. The wildest coincidence was that the Sacramento State student was about to interview for a paramedic internship at San Luis Ambulance in Sacramento, California. Will Stewart was waiting around for the interview with some of the other prospective interns when a nearby man started to choke. Stewart immediately realized what the problem was and started giving the man the Heimlich maneuver. After a few pushes, the patron recovered. Even though he saved the man's life, Stewart did not even mention it to the interviewer, Fred Motlow. "We didn't know. No one told us until after the fact," Motlow told the Tribune. "He was very humble about the event and didn't even mention it to us." Needless to say, Stewart got the job. And that, my friends, is what makes him a real hero. Because he didn't need to run around and brag about it. He didn't need to say anything. He did the right thing, and you know why? Because it was the right thing to do. And luckily, he had the training that he knew what the right thing was to do. I don't know if I'd know what the right thing was to do. I mean, I do, but saying I do and going through the steps verbally and actually doing it in the heat of the moment are two different things, right? So good for him. Absolutely awesome. And then our last story. This school teacher used to be a high-powered lawyer with a 6-figure salary, but he gave it all up so he could help young people in his home neighborhood, one of the poorest areas of England. Before Muhsin Ismail started teaching at the Newham Collegiate Sixth Form School in East London, he worked at the international law firm of Norton Rose Fulbright. After teaching for just 1 year, 190 of his 200 students are set to go to some of Britain's best universities. Of that percentage, 9 have been accepted to Oxford and Cambridge. One of the students has even been given an offer to study at MIT. The 38-year-old economics instructor says that he first became inspired to work in education after becoming tired of impersonal financing. "After a couple of years, I felt unfulfilled," said the teacher, according to the Daily Mail. "I didn't think That's great. I've just done another $50 million deal. I thought, am I making a contribution to society? I believe in the transformational nature of education, and I want to give the most able students of Newham the very best chance of going to the most competitive universities in the country and abroad, he says. My vision for the NCS is to make sure that the young men and women that leave us have the skills and habits of mind to be able to become future leaders in their chosen profession and in society at large. They will be confident visionaries who seek out opportunities and find new ways of thinking. Isn't that absolutely awesome? And you know, you're hearing that more and more. People, you know, you're raised and you're programmed in school that you need more school and you need more education, you need some student loans, and you need to establish credit, you need to do all this stuff. And then they get there. So now they've established the credit, they've got the loans, they've got the education, they got the job. But then are they happy? Is that what makes you happy inside? No, not all the time. So then, like this gentleman, then they turn around and say, I'm not fulfilled. I need more. And more, we're seeing people walk out of corporate America, walk out of the office, walk out of the high-paying job so that they can go into something else that's fulfilling, something that makes them feel good, something that makes their heart hum. You do something that makes your heart hum, and the money will come because the passion is there. That is so absolutely awesome. What a difference he's making, right? What a huge difference he's making, as opposed to being that high-powered lawyer who sure is helping one person at a time here and there, but he's helping corporate people. Hey, we know there's a lot of shady stuff going on. So good for him for having a conscience. He probably woke up one day and said, you know what? It would be so cool if I could look in the mirror. Hey, just saying. Never know. So, last thing I want to share with you is some food news. Gotta love our food. There is medicine in food. There's good flavor in food. There's so many things that are good for you. So, went to the farmer's market on Saturday, our local farmer's market here. Absolutely love it. And I bought myself a basket of plums, which we chowed down last night. Absolutely awesome. And so it inspired me to look up 7 health benefits of plums and prunes. And they're extremely nutritious. A lot of people know about prunes, but do you know so much about plums? So, very awesome. They contain many nutrients. Now, on this article that I'm sharing on the Positive Power Facebook page, there is a whole list of all the nutrients, vitamins and minerals that are in plums and are in prunes, and it's a long list. The list is, there's 10 in plums and 14 in prunes, which is absolutely awesome. So the bottom line is the vitamin and mineral content of plums and prunes differs slightly, but both are packed with nutrients. Additionally, prunes contain more calories, fiber, and carbs than fresh plums. Number 2, prunes and prune juice may relieve constipation. I think if you know anything about prunes, you probably know that. Because if you're around my age, your mom made you some funky juice to drink when you were a kid. I know my mom did. It was disgusting. But you sat there, you bucked up, and you drank it, didn't you? So, prunes and prune juice. Do I sound like I need a counselor? Prunes and prune juice may be effective for relieving constipation due to their content of fiber and sorbitol. Number 3, plums and prunes are rich in antioxidants. They're high in polyphenol antioxidants, which may reduce inflammation and lower the risk of several chronic diseases. Number 4, they may help lower your blood sugar. Prunes and plums are a good source of fiber and have been shown to reduce adiponectin, sounds natural, right? Levels. Both characteristics may benefit blood sugar control. Very good. Number 5, they may promote bone health. Ooh, I didn't know that. They have several properties that may benefit bone health by preventing or reversing bone loss, which may reduce the risk of conditions like osteoporosis. And number 6, plums and prunes may benefit heart health. They may promote heart health due to their potential role in lowering blood pressure and cholesterol levels. And number 7, they're very easy to add to your diet. You can add them in a salad. You can put them, this is interesting, a cinnamon plum smoothie. Cinnamon plum. Yeah, sounds pretty good. Pasta salad with roasted chicken and plum. Plum avocado summer salad. Lots of ideas, lots of recipes. So they're simple to add in. It's always better. You know, you're eating anyways. So why not add something healthy in there? You know, whether it's some berries, some plums, maybe a spice that boosts your metabolism, that helps you. All the answers we need are there. You just have to go for them. So there you go. That's your good news for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope it inspires you to look and see what else is going on in the world. There are so many wonderful things that are going on all the time. And we just need to tune into it. So I'm going to play another Chris Hadfield song here. And I know that you're going to enjoy it.